So we've seen political stunts before, but what just happened in New Jersey takes it to another level. Imagine this, a sitting mayor, a group of Democrat lawmakers, and a crowd of protesters all charging the gates of a federal immigration detention facility, putting officers, detainees, and the public at risk, all for a little media attention. So that's exactly what happened today, Friday, in Newark at the Delaney Hall, a secure ICE detention center built to house dangerous illegal immigrants, including violent gang members, child predators, and worse. And leading the charge is Newark Mayor Ras Baraka himself, a Democrat and a man running to be the next governor of New Jersey. Alongside him, 3 Democrat members of Congress who claim they were just checking on conditions. Okay, but what they actually did was trespass on federal property, break security protocols, and ignite a chaotic scene that ended with the mayor being led away in handcuffs. And guys, you don't want to miss what I'm about to tell you guys next. So I'm Tom. I'm with the Daily Beltway. I'm also the publisher of the Illinois Review and a White House correspondent for the Next News Network. So let's break down exactly what happened. So Friday afternoon and this afternoon at Delaney Hall in Newark, New Jersey, a secure ICE detention facility holding some of the most dangerous illegal immigrants in the country, including killers, gang members, child predators, MS-13 members, all the bells and whistles you could imagine. And it became the stage for a reckless political stunt. This facility was just opened days ago under $1 billion contract as a part of President Trump's plan to extend the detention capacity and crack down on illegal immigration. But Democrats did not like that, and leading the opposition was Newark Democrat Mayor Ras Baraka, joined by Reps Watson Coleman, LaMonica McIver, Robert Menendez Jr., the son of disgraced former Senator Bob Menendez Jr. He just went to federal prison for bribery and all sorts of other crazy charges. So they showed up claiming to be conducting an oversight visit, but instead of following the proper channels, they stormed the gates, like typical Democrats. I wonder if that's an insurrection. Let me know in the comments. According to the Department of Homeland Security, as an ICE bus carrying detainees arrived, these lawmakers and their supporters rushed past security, ignoring multiple warnings from federal agents. So I have a video clip here. It's kind of broken into 2 segments. The first is showing one of the Democrat representatives assaulting federal agents. She was later arrested and escorted off the property. Let's check it out. Sorry about the language, guys.
Don't tell him you can't put a hand up there. He cannot.
So they're punching and hitting and pushing past and grabbing federal agents by the shoulder, and they're saying that we're fascists for them being arrested for assaulting federal agents. Pretty sure if I did that, or any one of you watching assaulted, touched, or did something weird to a police officer, let alone a federal agent, we would all be in jail. Let's continue.
And you better not touch her either. Tell him.
So, Mayor Baraka himself was arrested inside the facility after refusing to leave when ordered by Homeland Security investigations. Alina Habba, a former Trump attorney, now interim U.S. attorney for New Jersey, confirmed the arrest, saying Baraka chose not to break the law and that no one is above the law, which is what Democrats have been saying for 5 years. So I don't get how they're... Anyways, so videos on social media showed Baraka being led away in handcuffs as protests gathered outside the HSI Newark field office, banging on gates and chanting for his release. So let's check out what Alina Habba had to say on a Fox News interview. You saw the little intro for that now. Let's check it out.
We have some new information from DHS regarding this incident that we've been watching. I know this is sort of a static shot here of these few folks on the other side of this fence, but we want to fill you in on what has been happening in Newark, New Jersey. DHS says, quote, a group of protesters, including 2 members of Congress, stormed the gate and broke into the ICE detention facility. The members, Robert Menendez Jr. and Watson Coleman, and multiple protesters are holed up in a guard shack area, the first security checkpoint. Interim U.S. Attorney Alina Habba for the District of New Jersey posting on X that Newark's Democrat Mayor Ras Baraka was there and, quote, committed trespass. Here he is talking about the facility earlier in the week.
We know what ICE has done in the past. We've seen them. We know how they operate. We know that they have picked people up who have not broken any laws. We know they've deported people and refused to bring them back.
Except federal immigration laws.
So joining me now by phone, Republican New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew. Congressman, good to have you with us. What is your understanding of what happened here and what's going on?
Well, I don't know that any of us totally understand what happened there. It's not understandable. It's people who are supposed to be writing the laws, abiding by the laws, believe in the rule of law, and they are breaking the law. And what's really disturbing that this happened in New Jersey, in the state that is a sanctuary state declared by the governor, where we've spent money on God knows what, on clothing, housing, feeding, transporting, and everything else with illegals. Now we don't want to send those illegals back to where they belong, that have been indicted or convicted at their country of origin or in the United States. We don't need that here in America, and we don't need it here in New Jersey. These folks who are there, especially the members of Congress, and I'm always reluctant to criticize my colleagues, but this is terrible. They don't have their finger on the pulse of what real hardworking Americans are thinking. You know what, Martha? Most people right now in New Jersey are breaking their ass, trying to make a living, doing the best they can to pay their mortgage. There are very high taxes in the state of New Jersey, and they're sick and tired of this.
Do you have any indication? We know that Alina Habba, the interim attorney of New Jersey, she says that the mayor of Newark, Baraka, committed trespass. Do you have any idea if he's in custody or he was arrested? We're trying to get some.
All right. These guys, they want to have these 30 seconds of fame. That's all they care about. They just want their news blips. They want to tell you, we got arrested because Trump's a fascist and all these other things. They're doing this to protect MS-13 gang members. They're doing this to protect the Tren de Aragua gang members. They're doing this to not protect their citizens who are being murdered and everything else that's horrible. They care more about the optics and appealing to the base than actually doing their first responsibility, which is protect the citizens. Let's continue. It's disgusting.
Clarity on that.
I know. And to the best of my knowledge, he is not in custody, but that, things are breaking and changing as we speak. So I don't know that for sure. But here is someone in the executive branch of local government, a mayor of our largest city in the state of New Jersey, willing to break the law that he is supposed to have enforced. And that is such a disturbing picture. That is just unacceptable. So, and Alina Habba is doing a great job, and she's a great U.S. attorney, interim right now. I'm hopeful she will be our permanent U.S. attorney in the state of New Jersey. So she needs to do what she needs to do in order to ensure that we abide by the rule of law. This is America. We're a nation of laws, and we believe in the rule of law. And I can't tell you how profoundly disturbed I am that, there are those folks who should be actually enhancing the enforcement of the law who are purposely breaking it, making America weaker, New Jersey weaker. It's a bad thing.
So what we know what happened inside the facility is the three lawmakers were stopped at the first security checkpoint and denied further access because they didn't follow legal procedures to arrange a tour. DHS spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin told Fox News that their reckless actions put everyone inside the facility at risk, which is why they have procedures in the first place. So despite that, the lawmakers went to the media accusing ICE agents of assault and claiming the facility was operating illegally. Rep. Watson Coleman called out ICE out of control. Representative McIver claimed that they waited over 2 hours and were assaulted. Rep. Menendez tearfully claimed the whole thing was intimidation. Okay, but ICE says otherwise. They say the faculty is fully permitted, inspected, and operating legally. The so-called lack of transparency was nothing more than these lawmakers refusing to follow the law. And let's be clear, DHS offered to arrange a tour if requested properly, but that wasn't the point. This was never about oversight. It was about creating a scene, grabbing headlines, and scoring political points. Democrat leaders quickly rushed to defend Baraka. Sen. Cory Booker called the arrest disturbing. Governor Phil Murphy called it unjust. Chicago mayor, the worst mayor in the world, Brandon Johnson, called it a federal overreach. For arresting people that were assaulting federal officers is an overreach? Get out of here, man. Come on. But the facts tell a different story. Baraka broke the law. He trespassed on federal property, and he put law enforcement and detainees at risk. This facility, Delaney Hall, is a key part of President Trump's mission to secure our borders and protect American communities. It houses dangerous criminals, the kind of people Democrats pretend don't exist. And yet, instead of working to protect their constituents, Democrat lawmakers chose to storm a federal facility, risking lives for a photo op. And so let's make no mistake, this is a desperate move by a mayor who's trailing in the polls and lawmakers who are desperate for attention. And now they're trying to spin the story, blaming ICE, blaming Trump, and blaming everybody besides themselves. All right, guys. So if you like this report, please leave a comment, subscribe, hit the like button. This channel's new and we're growing, and literally every single bit helps. So I'm going to close out with this is not just about Newark or some publicity stunt go wrong. It's about the bigger fight for the rule of law in this republic. Democrats like Ras Baraka and his congressional friends have made it clear they do not respect our laws, our borders, or the safety of our communities. They'd rather stage phony protests than address real problems. They'll shout about dignity for illegal immigrants while ignoring the victims of violent crime right here at home. They'll cry federal overreach while trespassing on federal property, endangering officers, and disrupting lawful operations. President Trump is right to expand detention capacity and enforce our immigration laws, and Americans are right to expect their leaders to defend this republic, not tear it down for political points. What happened at Delaney Hall was reckless, dangerous, and wrong. And if voters are paying attention, Democrats will pay a political price. So guys, for the Daily Beltway, I'm Tom, reminding you to stay informed, stay vigilant, and never stop defending this republic we all call home. Never surrender, guys.